the Back in Business album cover, it reminded me a little bit of the Capone and Noriega album cover.
Exactly. Reference.
Spot on.
Yeah, that's the exact reference. We was at a Born and Raised meeting coming up with designs for the Born and Raised collab.
Yeah.
And then one of the homies from Born and Raised was just like, you know, because we're like, well, what do you guys want to do with the cover? Like, obviously, like something like 90s, 2000, like Wu-Tang,
right.
like that whole era. And then he's like, oh, y'all got to do it like CNN. I'm like, oh, for sure.
And the
I'm
shot
like,
was so perfect. Like the way it panned out, like it just was so perfect, so easy.
That was a real like car explosion behind us.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Captured on
like
real
the
time.
guy risked his life doing this shit. Like,
where do you go to explode a car for an album cover?
Texas.
Oh, okay,
So
that sounds about right.
The dude had to like.
He had to wire the
it 3
fucking
times.
the shit to detonate. It didn't work the first time. He had to go rewire. It didn't work the second time. He had to do it a third. I said, we low key don't need the shot that
Like,
bad.
hey, bro,
like,
my boy, like it's okay.
I said it. I'm like, yo, we don't need the shot.
Every
that
time
bad.
he went back, everybody
he could
was
have
like,
a lot more
yeah,
nervous.
he could have died.
sure.
Like for real.
That's like some real like bomb squad.
Exactly.
Like, they got paid for that, so they like, damn, we got to make this happen. You know what I mean?
And then our director, shout out Salty, he's like, nah, we need the shot. I'm like, all right.
Nah, we need it, man.
And I was faded too. I was smoking on set, and I don't really smoke like that. So I'm just faded, like It was nerve wracking. Like,
You're in Texas. Does this guy have any nubs already? Like,
what do you mean?
No,
like, I feel like it's like in my head, I'm picturing a redneck who's already blown off 2 fingers as a kid.
They was all-
trying to detonate.
They was all
It
real professional.
It was like a professional ass place.
Ex-military, all of them.
I know he was like, it could be over.
What
right
kind of
now.
car was it?
Like a limousine. or
Limousine,
something?
yeah.
Oh wow! So you guys had to pay for the car?
Mm-hmm. Well, we paid for the whole.
That's worth it though.
Yeah, it was like 140 racks, 150 racks for the video.
Yo, obviously you've had a lot of experience as a solo artist with Atlantic, but as a group together, you guys were with Atlantic for years.
Mm-hmm.
Coming over to 300 and bringing all the business to a new label, what's that been like for you?
I feel like it's been like night and day. Like how much love and support we're getting from the new team is crazy.
They're super hands-on and they're
like
excited.
I feel like Atlantic was stacked with like superstars.
They had way too much going on.
They had no idea what to do with you guys.
Yeah.
By the way,
they're
they
from
really
the East
didn't.
Coast. They're stacked with superstars, and we're making them so much money, and they don't have to spend money.
and they're like, wait, we don't even have to push this shit.
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah.
With 300, I feel like they're actually excited about what we got going on and want to you know,
They're
want to see
focused.
it
They're
blossom.
focused on this.
Yeah, because I think about like some of y'all's records that like they never really pushed to radio, like Musty, like all these songs should have been
Could have
like,
been cracking on the radio for
sure. Like
But,
these fools weren't
you know.
really like pressing the button; they were like pushing the button on like Cardi B and shit, you know?
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
fine.
for
Shout to
sure.
Cardi, you know. But
No reason to cry with
yeah,
spilled milk though.
they
We good. We had good
roster
hands.
was-
no, we love
that?
Cardi. Shout to
Yeah.
Cardi. But I'm saying like they have like I think what Uzi at the time.
Yeah, they had everyone.
Rich.
They had everyone that you could think of, and I feel like if it wasn't for the hard work that we put in, that like we would have never made it to this point in our
Right.
life. You feel me? We like damn near almost 10 years in. Like,
Is it weird being OGs when you guys like are? I mean, you still look like you're 12. But is it like you guys are like OGs now? Like,
Type
type
We
We
young,
like,
young OGs.
young OGs, yeah, for sure.
but it's got to be kind of crazy because it's like there's all these kids.
I honestly think it's like it's a compliment. It's like, yo, not too many people can make it this long and this far. You feel me? Like,
Right.
and we still barely scratching the
I'm about to
surface.
say, yeah, we
like
still-
we got
we got
so
an
much
upward
more shit to
trajectory.
do.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we got so much shit that we're planning on doing and that we're gonna do. So
You guys also are like very when I think of like that 2017, 2016, 18 like era of like SoundCloud rap,
that's how we started. SoundCloud.
heavy use, the 30 jerseys. That
Shout out Blasey. Blasey made them.
shout to him, man. I had an ashtray here. Someone stole my ashtray that he made. Was it Alexis? He stole it, I think. The bend over Becky.
Blasey gets down with the little trinkets.
Yeah, he's got all the trinkets.
He's the trinket master.
But it's crazy. But like back then, like you guys were obviously doing a lot of drugs and shit.
For sure.
It was kind of before like people were too worried. Obviously, a lot of people overdosed during that era. You know, a lot of people. We lost a lot of artists who were incredible.
Don't do drugs, kids.
But like, wasn't necessarily like
It wasn't a thing like that.
right. So like you weren't as worried about like yo.
Yeah, I don't even know how people.
I mean,
be,
now
like,
we gotta
walking
worry.
around like that.
Yeah, like
to
we don't
be
gotta
honest.
worry about it because I wouldn't even put myself in the position where I'd have to be even thinking about some shit like that. Like getting high just ain't worth it overall right now. Like for one, if you're buying, it's like $300 for a cup of like that's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When did y'all? Because when did y'all kind of get y'all's habits kind of
Where
in
did they
check?
come from?
No, I'm saying like at what point in time did y'all realize like yo we
for me, it just had to get so far out of hand that I had to really take a step back and look what was going on in front of me, like, and what I really wanted to do and which way I wanted to take. You know what I mean? It wasn't really another option but to clean up a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got kids and shit too, bro.
It's an expensive habit. You
I want to
playing with your life,
and I want to be present. You know what I mean? I don't like feeling like I don't like feeling like I'm thinking from a third, like, you know what I mean, or not knowing what's going on, forgetting shit. Like, no, I like to be present, and I like clarity.
What about you, Jeezy?
I feel like I always pretty much had it like
he was never too bad.
Yeah, nah,
You never too bad.
I feel like I was always trapping and like grinding it out so much that I couldn't even like take time to enjoy it. Like I was always on top of everything.
We done drank a couple of times, but he never had no like,
no.
Bro was always smooth with that shit.
You were never like dependent on the shit.
Yeah, nah.
I was always like, when we was younger, I was always selling shit, so I definitely wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then as like we got into like the partying stage and fucking Shorline and everything, I was just fucking around from time to time.
Rest in peace to you know what I mean, all the loved ones dead and gone. You know what I mean? Kids,
yeah, it's crazy. We
don't
lost
do
a lot of
drugs,
people,
y'all.
man.
Straight up, this shit ain't worth it. You know
Do you guys ever think like, because I feel like you guys are associated a lot with like perks and shit, obviously, like like to your fans obviously have probably grown with you, but you guys have also grown a lot. Do you guys ever think back like, damn, we was really pushing some bullshit? Like,
not really, because I feel like we wasn't thinking about it, like we wasn't trying to push some shit. We were just talking about shit. Yeah, exactly. What's going on around us? Like,
there's artists nowadays that come out and use shit as a gimmick. You know what I mean? We was really rapping like what was in front of us. You know what I mean? So it's not like we was just coming up with shit to say it, and then people.
And I didn't think about the influence that we had
all.
on kids.
And
you're not thinking it because you guys are kids.
And we also speak out on it, like, you know, more than enough. You know what I mean? Saying not to do.
You mentioned that word gimmick. You guys rose out of an era of just gimmicks,
for sure.
And I feel like that's what sets us apart from everybody, is that we've never been like, our name has never been in no bullshit.
Right.
Like, we don't need like stunts to.
Yeah, y'all, it's crazy because y'all were just doing dope shit. You guys are pretty like low key, you know, in the group's heyday, in the middle of like artists getting signed based off of Instagram stunts or like there was I always say that's like the darkest era of the music industry in terms of hip hop, because motherfuckers were just getting signed just because that kid Supreme Patty had a record deal, dog.
I was just about to say that.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
By the way, I think it was 300 who signed him.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, it's like if you think back to that era, it's like, damn, they were just like, they were handing out fucking money, bro. But it's like, really where are those folks? Like, I think that's why you guys are able to sit here, you know, damn near 10 years later.
Because we real artists and like we just stay away from bullshit. You feel me?
You guys weren't dependent on a gimmick or like some sort of like stunt to like sell, you know, just the
Not
music.
at all.
You guys made the music was good. Yeah. That's the other thing. A lot of that shit was garbage, dog.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit, like great music is timeless.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah, bro, our fucking records, our old records still keep getting plaques. They keep going double platinum.
And you still hear them in the club, bro.
Their shit about to go triple platinum. Like,
what's your guys' biggest record sales wise?
I think
no major bands.
I think no major bands and Musty, those three, and I think they're all going triple platinum if they're not already triple platinum and just not certified yet.
That is crazy.